What is up, For Honor family? I was so excited. I'm doing like multiple topics right now, and I was so excited to talk about this topic that I forgot to do an intro. So I wanted to throw this intro on top of it. I'm telling you, this is interesting. It's about the top five most watchable heroes. So I'm going to get into it from each faction. When I say top five, I'm talking about picking one from each faction.
That's not what you said before.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm picking one from each faction and saying which one, when I see this hero, I'm watching on For Honor. Because, hey, if you like For Honor, you're going to be on there, you're going to be playing it, of course, but you still got to enjoy some of it, you know? And I'll get into that. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Appreciate y'all. So I was wondering, you know, when you're spectating, I don't know how many of y'all spectate when you're playing, or maybe you just hit the B button, you're upset, you're just ready to get back, you don't want to see who your killer was and all that stuff like that. But sometimes I'll start spectating, and when I'm watching, I'll be like, ooh, dang, okay. You know, you be watching somebody play and watching them go off, and you're like, yeah, go ahead, especially if that's your teammate, so you want to support them anyway. You know, so I was thinking, who's the most watchable hero in every single faction? And I was like, okay, for the Knights, I think it's kind of close, honestly. But if I had to pick the most watchable hero, it has to be Black Prior. And the reason why I say Black Prior is because if you watch any good Black Prior, when you see like three heroes surrounding them, you know it's a good Black Prior because they don't want to get pancaked. Everybody's like, well, you hit him. And then, no, you hit him. You hit him. Because as soon as both, and especially in randoms, as soon as you don't know who the heck's going to attack them, next thing you know, you're all getting flipped. You know what I'm saying? We all up in the air. You know, I'm not going to say, you know the term, the phrase, right? So, and then we get pancaked. So that's Black Prior is the one for the Knights. And then we go to the Vikings. It's got to be Shaman, right? Can you guys think of any other more watchable hero than Shaman? That's a great, any one of those heroes, a great Berserker, a great Raider, a great Warlord. Warlord's pretty fun to watch, but kinda, maybe. No, Shaman. Shaman is the one. Not Yorm, not Highlander, not Valk, not Varangian Guard for sure. It's Shaman. Because when Shaman gets that bleed and then she's going to bleed in different directions and then she's throwing it and then she swaps and then bleeds somebody off to the side. Whew. You know, there's nothing like watching a great Shaman go to work. So Shaman is the one. So we got BP for the Knights, Shaman for the Vikings, and then you get to the Samurai. I think that's a little more closely divided, maybe because of my bias with Nobushi. And I think it's just that Nobushi love that I have. And I definitely have Nobushi love, okay? But I think Shinobi is probably the best one to watch. A very good Shinobi. You pick the better, I guess, the best hero out of those, or the best player playing the heroes, and it would have to be Shinobi. Because even though I love Kensei, and I could watch a really good Kensei, sometimes you're watching him do all this sword play. That's Kyoshin, more like Kensei. But you know, he's doing all this sword play and then nothing's happening because it's very difficult for him to get his offense off unless he gets that bash initially. So that's why I think, and Kyoshin's defensive, Shigoki's just funny. And then you got Orochi, who's more annoying when you watch an Orochi go because you're like, okay, are you spamming the kick and the dodge and the attack and you're doing that? Nobody wants to watch that. So I think Shinobi is the hero. Nobody wants to watch Hito just throw heavies and Ray kick and Ray sweep. So yeah, I think Shinobi is that hero. Artemusha's fun too. Ooh, Artemusha is fun. A very good Artemusha, you know, because when they attack and then somebody tries to slip an attack in and they blockade, then they go after them. Artemusha's nice. Artemusha's nice. So all right. I still think it's Shinobi though. As good as Artemusha is, I think watching a great Shinobi is better than watching a great Artemusha, but it's very close to me. So going to the Wu Lin, gotta say Shaolin. Watching a great Shaolin, that's better than a Zanhu. That's better than a what's my girl's name? Nusha. that's better than a JJ, and that's better than Tiandi. So I had to go with Shaolin for the Wu Lin. He can just do so much, and it's fun when they start getting to work. But they don't have anything where you can interrupt Shaolins, so it's more difficult, I guess, for them to actually navigate. When they're being ganked, but it's still fun to watch when they're doing their thing. And then for the Outlanders, this was tougher than I thought. I was gonna say Hatun or Afira. Well, Afira is the first one that comes to mind. Virtuosa's can be fun to watch, even though people don't like her. But I would have to say it's between Hatun, a really good Hatun, not an average Hatun, a really good Hatun, and Afira. But I think I'd have to go Afira because it's amazing. It's like poetry in motion watching an Afira. Very similar to watching a Shinobi, but Afira is, man, a very good Afira. The way she can flip, and it just looks so graceful when she does it, and it looks natural and it looks fitting. It's perfect. It's perfect. So those are my heroes. Those are my five. Well, I say five, but because it's 5 factions, right? How many factions is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So those are my 5 most watchable heroes, one from each faction. So there was, you guys got it. I don't need to say it. Maybe I'll say it again. But BP, Shaman, Shinobi, Shaolin, and always one that I always gotta like and pause and Afira. So those are my 5. So yeah, this is just me chatting, me rapping, as I said in the very beginning. Just wanted to kick it with y'all. Just a little fluff for honor piece, just to talk for honor. I like to keep the conversation going. There isn't much going on right now. So this is me trying to give you guys something. Let's talk about something. Let's get something started. Let's just go a little back and forth. Hopefully you guys can partake in this and know exactly what I'm doing here. But I appreciate y'all. I love For Honor. Try to keep things going as much as I can, y'all. Keep the For Honor conversation going. So hope you guys are doing well. I would post some gameplay, and I think I will post some gameplay just to have some other content out here because, if everybody else can post content, if Farm can post content, so can I. And I plan on it. But hope you guys are doing well. Take care of your family. Take care of your friends. Take care of each other. I appreciate y'all. Y'all respect me. I respect you. It's all love. And I am Knuff. Yes, my wife gave me this because she wants to let me know I'm not a freaking Barbie doll or anything, but there's a meaning behind it. So that's why I'm wearing it today. I just happened to do this video and it's on. So y'all can clown me all you want. It's all love. It's all love. So till next time, y'all, for real this time. Peace.